Hello, my name is Kurt Pope, and I'm following up on my video that I'm on PowerPoint that I made on how to make a dress shirt. And as I explained in my PowerPoint presentation, that the reason we want to make a dress shirt is because we want it to fit better. Personally, I go to the store, I look for an American-made shirt, can't find one. I also find that sometimes when I get one off the shelf, it fits good around the shoulders, but the sleeves tend to be a little longer. Maybe the waist doesn't fit exactly the way I want it to. So I started making my own dress shirts a couple of years ago, so I'm kind of going to go through the basics real quick here. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to select a pattern. And this is the pattern that I selected. It's a Western style shirt. As you can see, there's different types. There's short sleeves, there's long sleeves. Some of them have add-ons, single pockets, flaps with pockets, pockets with flaps. So you have to kind of decide that. And so when you get your pattern, the one thing that you have, the first thing you need to do is you need to get your instructions out and find out how much cloth you need. And the instructions will tell you how much cloth you need to make one shirt, whether it's long sleeve, short sleeve, what different size. And then, very important, if you've never done a pattern before, you need to carefully read the instructions, and especially the written instructions at the top. Explains what the pattern is, it explains what the symbols are, and it goes through each step of the way. This particular dress shirt that I chose has 50 steps, and basically what will happen is you get the pattern out of the container, you're going to get your cloth, you need to pre-wash your cloth, then iron it. And that's important because sometimes it'll shrink if you don't do that. So anyway, so that's how you basically get started. So you need a long table, you need some good scissors, you need a sewing machine, and basically you get set up and you get your sewing machine all threaded and ready to go with the color cloth that you want to do. And so what will happen basically is when you'll have the pattern, you'll have pieces that are all together and you have to cut them out individually. And so along each line there's a size mark. And so what you'll have to do, you'll have to make sure that you cut according to the size that you want. For sleeves you can adjust the length before you cut it, and you can measure your sleeve length, and then you can tailor it accordingly so that your cuffs will fall in the right place. As you go forward, you can make little adjustments here too on your waistline. You can make adjustments in the length of the shirt before you cut it, and that way you can kind of make sure that it fits you perfectly. So anyway, basically once you get it cut out, you're going to end up, like for instance, here's a sleeve. You'll end up having a piece like this, and this is where I've cut the sleeve out. As you can see, it's basically it looks like it's half a sleeve, so this is a two-part sleeve. And so as you go forward, you get all your pieces cut, then you start following the process, and you go step by step. Now this particular shirt, one of the first things it wants you to do is make a pocket. And so I'm going to go over real quick about doing the pocket. And basically what will happen is you'll have you'll start out with something that is similar to this. You've got your pocket on the cloth, and you need to go ahead and cut it out. And so what I've done, I've stepped ahead, got ahead a little bit, and I've gone ahead and I've cut the pocket and I've prepared it. And so you can see that I folded it in the back, and it kind of looks like a pocket. And so what I've also done is I've done some of the basic steps of the shirt. As you can see, this is the beginning of a shirt, and I've sewn in through here. As you can see, I've double stitched it, and this part here I've stitched on each side, so from the outside it has a nice professional look to it. It's got the seam, and then it's got two different stitches on the side, kind of adds an effect to it. But anyway, so the position of the pocket is in the pattern, and when you look at the pattern, it has some marks, and it shows you where to put the pocket. And so I have taken some fabric crayon, and I've marked this, and this will wash off once we wash the shirt. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put that pocket on real quick. And basically, you're going to lay it on the line, and we're going to take got to have plenty of pins, and we're going to take the pins, and we're going to line this carefully up on the line. As you can see, we start out here, and then we're just going to pin it, and we're going to pin it in place, and we're going to try not to move it so that we A couple different ways to do this. I'll start out and I'll pin two places so that I don't get it. So I still get, see, you gotta be careful here that you keep it even with the line. And okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put one more pin on it so that we can see. And here's the so I'm going to push this in a little bit. I'll show you why in a minute. So basically we're ready to sew this pocket on. And I went too deep. You got to watch out. Make sure that you got it. I went into the next layer. Okay, so now we're ready to sew this on. Now, one of the things you'll notice in the instructions is you have different stitches that you have to use. And this particular one is called a seam stitch. And the seam stitch is going to be a stitch, this is an edge stitch. And so what it means is the edge stitch, you're going to stitch as close as you can to this edge along here. I don't know if you can see that, but see how we're just going to stitch along here. And we'll start, and we'll try to do it all in one continuous thing. So I'm going to set up, I've got my machine all threaded, which you'll have to do. You'll have to make sure that you're all ready to go. And so this particular one, I'm going to, on my foot, I'm going to line my foot up on as close as I can to the edge. There's a little slot in the foot. And I'm going to line it up and make sure my sewing machine is set correctly. And I think we're ready to go. Now, if you've never sewn before, you've got to always make sure that you do a lock stitch. And so what that means is you have, I'll show you in a minute, but you've got to make sure you lock that stitch. And there's a couple different settings you can for stitch length. Standard stitch length is 12 stitches per inch. And you can change those from anywhere from 6 to 20, but generally speaking 12 is probably for most dress shirts and nice clothes. You're going to use the 12 stitches per inch. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and you can watch what I do here. And I'll go ahead and I've got to find my button here. Here we go. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reverse it all the way to the end here. And I locked my stitch, so now my stitch is locked in. So now we're just going to let it feed, and we're going to try to keep it as close to the edge as we can. So now I need to pivot, and in order to pivot, I put the needle in the cloth, and I'm just going to move it. I'm going to pivot it. I'm going to bring the foot back down. And I'm just going to follow the same line. This when you get to the center of the pocket, and you can notice I'm kind of hand feeding a little bit to make sure I'm strictly on the center. So now I lift my foot, my needle's into the cloth, do the same thing, put my foot back in. I can remove this pin now. And it's nice to have a little magnetic pin holder, so you can just put your pins in your pin holder, and there it is. So that way you won't lose them. So now continue on. There we go. Same thing, just let it feed naturally. And now I'm going to turn it, pivot again. My needle's still in the work. And now I'm going to finish the stitch here. Make sure you don't have any wrinkles in it. You can, got to be very careful here. And so, I don't know if you can see it. And here we go. So now I'm just going to go ahead and continue with the pocket. Right along the edge. I'm doing the same thing here. I'm going to reverse it and lock my stitch. And so now we're done, and we can pull the, always pull it back this way, toward, away from yourself, to the back of the machine, and you go ahead and cut it. And then I've got some little trim scissors, and I'll go ahead and I'll trim the excess here. And so you remember you've got one on the bottom too. And you also have one at the beginning on both sides. And then we go to the back side. And Put your knees back up, your pins, and there we go. As you can see, now we have the pocket installed on the shirt, and as you can see, this is half the shirt anyway, and it kind of looks like a shirt. As you can see, we've got the pocket. It tends to be, I think it's in the right place. It tends to be, I think it is in the right place. And so anyway, so that's what we're going to do, is we're just going to continue with each step per the instructions on the pattern. There will be writing the instructions. A couple of things, hints that you'll see when you cut your cloth, there's a layout mark, and you've got to make sure that you use your layout mark. And the one thing I wanted to tell you is that I started out with just some basic knowledge of sewing, and I didn't really know a lot about it. And so I got started, I got the pattern, I read the pattern carefully, and one thing I found was that it required a lot of patience, and it taught me patience, which I think I need to learn patience. But it was fun and very relaxing, and I think is my message to all of my classmates. If you can make your own clothes, I think what I found is some antique stores have some patterns that are from the 60s and 70s, even from the 40s you can find online. And there's some very interesting men's shirt from the 40s and 50s and 60s, and then of course a lot of clothes now from the 60s and 70s are popular. And particular for women, there's a lot of 1960s and 70s dress shirts available in the antique stores. Normally you'll find them where people are selling sewing supplies or sewing machines. And they tend to, you can tailor them and you can stand out from the crowd. And I think personally I've always tried to dress so that I do stand out a little bit when I'm in public. And that's kind of why I started tailoring my own clothes and making my own clothes. They're unique, it's fun, it's relaxing. And my biggest message is that if I can do it, then you can do it. I mean, really, seriously. So I want you to have a great day and consider making your own dress clothes. And we can always say that they're American made, and in some cases Kentucky made. Have a great day.